so I could just try to build up my watch time mainly. And I'm a little surprised that YouTube's actually let me do this because for a couple of years, YouTube took this ability away from smart creators. Unless we freaking do it on the laptop, which I don't really do that too often. But yeah, I'm gonna be here for 10, 15 minutes. I know, like, for the like live streams, something I never really do because I feel like I can't really do them too good. But yeah, I don't know if you guys been watching my videos. 50,000 views this year, which is the most ever gotten. Highest watch time, but I still would need 10 times the watch time. 10,000, blah, 10 times more watch time, which is, it is what it is, but shit, I got nothing else going on. Hmm. I mean, if I have like better like setup, I would live stream me playing games, but my setup is just trash. Unless I do it over the phone, which I don't know how much fun that would be. I don't know how the audio quality would do. Because I know with the screen recorder on my phone, I know I could do that. But on the laptop, I feel like when if I like film on the laptop, like through games, I just feel like the sound quality is just so bad. And just have that little freaking random noise thing that just continue just boom. The quality just trash. Because like I mean at the same time I could take out like the whole audio and then replace the audio. I could do that also, but who knows? But yeah, it's all about trying to grow this channel now. I go for 300 subscribers. I need 700 more. And if I'm able just to grow this channel and get back in the YPP program, I think that's what I think that should be my main goal next year. Actually, to try to be in the YPP program, even if it means putting more dedication to this channel. Like I mean, this year it's kind of been iffy, off and on, with dedication to this channel, which I don't know. I've not been too dedicated to it, even though it has been my best year. Because a couple of videos just randomly just getting views, and I still don't fully understand or comprehend that. Like how those videos just randomly, like one video actually kind of like just completely died for a couple of days. Then it picked up a couple hundred views in a day. Then it's continuing to like just having the bar just continue to roll and roll and roll, which is freaking crazy to think about it. But yeah, even with my videos that's been getting views, I still need way more views if I'm trying to get back in the YPP program. But we'll see what happens. Like I said last couple of months ago, I'm gonna merge all of my channels into this one channel. And that means it's gonna be my gaming channel, my vlog channel, my going live channel, my sexy videos channel. It's gonna be all merging into one, so I could do my best to get in the YPP program. Again, I'm not necessarily focusing on the ad revenue or the money. It'd be nice to have some money coming through, but I'm not gonna be focusing on that because I feel like that's, as a content creator, that should not be something I'm gonna be focusing on. I mean, it'd be nice to have a source of revenue and get paid to do it, but I've been doing it for so long that just without even paying, like even when YouTube was placing ads and giving me the cut, it was maybe a few dollars a month. But the question that I have is, would YouTube actually place ads on the videos that is age restricted? Automatically, just age restricted, the ones that pull from creator comments? I don't know, but we will find out. But at the same time, it's like I don't even really care. I would love to care, but I don't. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens when I actually reach my goals. I mean, sometimes life life just happens. I mean, you just gotta set your goals and go the path that you want to go to. I mean, that's all you pretty much just gotta do. Just go to the path that you want to go to. But yeah. In terms of notifications, I think notifications is working. Um, I just don't know how much they actually work and how good they actually work. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what's the best time to actually do live streams. Like it's gonna be like midday. It's gonna be like 10 o'clock a.m. p.m. Still trying to figure things out in that way. But how long should I live stream? That's another question that I'm trying to figure out how long. But yeah, it's all about trying to freaking increase watch time. That's what YouTube cares mostly about. And if I just do these like live streams and that's how I could get my watch time, then more power to me. At the same time, it's like I don't even have a lot of topics. What I should do is that I should write things down, go live, and talk about the live stuff. Um, should I talk about jobs? The whole job situation. Currently, I'm kind of unemployed right now. Freaking probably gonna go back studying the GED situation. Um, a lot of jobs that I've been getting just been trash. Low pay, bad management, no communication, changing schedules, just shit jobs that just freaking you can't even pay rent with. Like $11 an hour. I can't even pay rent with that in my city. Hell no. So, like what I said, I don't even care too much if I have a job. I mean, I do a little bit, but it has to be the right company now. It has to be good management. But I feel like good management's hard to come by these days, which is not freaking good. I wish there was management coming sooner or later. No. And any other topic? Talked about YouTube success. So those actually a piece of land that's for sale that I probably could buy, but I just don't have the capital. So like with me, like I have so many good ideas, so much stuff I want to do, but what's holding me back is capital. Even with me making, even with me working on a 9 to 5 job, capital still would be holding me back. The fact that I can't get my hands on capital. I can't get loans because I have no credit and have shoddy work history and low wage work history mainly also. So both the things is what's causing me not to get loans and all that jazz. But yeah. Hmm. I actually have the emo Roadrunner now. I should pull that out in the kitchen at some point and just show you guys what it looks like and what I think as first impressions. I can't ride it because it's snowy on the ground and salty, slippery, and I don't feel like wrecking it. And I don't know how, and I can't really do range test because of the snow and the cold. All these affects the batteries, so I can't really do that too good. But yeah, I will see what happens with that and that and that. I'm thinking about like doing GTA again. Thinking about doing some stuff. Thinking about playing some Star Wars Battlefront 2 and just fast forwarding all of that. I add some music to it or some shit. Yeah, I mean next year I'm gonna be focusing on just trying to grow the channel, trying to get the watch time I need, trying to get the views I need, trying to get the subscribers I need. I mean, if I'm able just to grow the channel within a year where I need to be at, I think that's my goals. I'm not gonna repeat it myself and all of that jazz, but yeah, that's where I want to be. Like, I don't care about being a PewDiePie. I just want to make some money on the side, you know. So I don't really have to be as reliant as 9 to 5 on my main source of income. I know I've been like rinsing and repeating on the stuff, my talking points and all of that jazz. But yeah, I'm legitimately gonna try to do more live streams still. Still trying to figure this channel out, but we will see what happens. I got a couple videos um ready to pop out for next year. I got one video for sure ready, 100%, and I got to edit a couple more videos so I could get all of that freaking up and running and going. But yeah, I mean, back to YouTube. I would say getting 1,000 subscribers is easy, but getting that 4,000 watch time hours is that's no fun. That's not fun doing. Trying to attain that watch time hours because that's a lot. And the biggest thing that people say is just to do live streams. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if we end up picking up more watch time through live streams, because I'm planning on doing it. I don't know, once a week, once a month. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure my life out, but I'm not stressing about my life because it's like things will fall in place as need be. But yeah, I'm already live streaming for 12 minutes. That's more than most of my live streams already. Freaking any topics. Oh, I listened to Chris Webby's newest album. He's still a small artist. He's not signed to a major label or anything like that. He's a rapper, and he's a guy that I found, I think 2020 or the year before. Pretty much his whole idea persona is uh, anti-establishment, pretty much. And his other establishment about him like being on drugs and talking about drugs and shit like that. So I listen to him every now and then just to freaking see what this guy got to say. And he turns out like he made a song called Raw Thoughts 5 or 4 on his newest album, and he kind of just go on a full on like rant against the government and rant against like the whole mandates and stuff like that. And I personally like agree because yes, the virus is real. I can't necessarily talk about it too much on YouTube, but at the same time, I feel like it should be up to everybody's choice whether what they do. And I know you're gonna have the crazy people on the left and gonna have the crazy people on the right, and just gonna have freaking crazy people in general. But like at the same times, like I wish I could talk more about it on YouTube, but Susan Wapachak says no to it. And I mean, at the thing that I want the most is free speech. Let people say whatever they want to say. And if people agree with it, people agree with it. Another thing that I absolutely hate, I think I said it once on video already, is the fact that they remove dislikes. I think that's a bad move. That's probably one of the worst moves YouTube did in a while. Almost as bad as it's probably just as bad, if not worse, as placing ads on small creators without giving them a cut, like they did before. But this YouTube is a business. YouTube's gonna do YouTube, and that's if I'm trying to make money off it, I guess I gotta freaking buy by the moving goalpost with the guidelines. But like at the same time, like my voice is so tiny, YouTube probably won't even come after me, and that's okay with me. Like it is what it is. I'm still waiting on that Whit Lattery album. He's dropped a couple songs this year. All of them are good, but I don't see myself listening to the songs that he released this year on repeat. Like, I mean, I listened to it roughly anywhere from 5 to 10 times on YouTube and Spotify, but I don't see me like listening to it like over and over and over again. And that's the hardest part about the whole streaming game is that you either got to make a song people got to listen that want to listen to it 100 times, or get yourself on freaking key playlist that is owned and running by the freaking labels. So good luck with that. And this whole like talk between independent and a label versus label, yes, you can make good money as independent, but like nowadays, like the biggest gripe nowadays, which I personally agree with, is that there's just so much noise, so much competition, there's so much things going on the internet, and it's kind of hard to break through. It's kind of hard to get that first 100 followers. I mean, it took me years to get 100 subscribers on YouTube, and recently, like to this year, I didn't see no major growth at all, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm finally getting some major growth, which is freaking crazy to me. And this whole growth is from old videos. Like most of my videos, yeah, don't you worry, I'm not giving up. I mean, I've been doing this YouTube game since I was 11. Yeah, I was in junior high, like 10 years. And I'm going to be 24 next year, next October. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. But yeah, giving up's, it's not what I am. It's not what I'm going to do. That's why I started doing music, so I could try to get people that want to support me without giving me like actual like money because I know like with my life, like my job history, my work history has just kind of been so freaking spotty. Like 1 year I'd be doing good, the next year I'd be kind of jobless. But that's life. Um, the whole situation with rent, I don't see that coming down anytime soon. At least not in my city. But I will see what happens. I see where I'm at in a couple years financially. I might actually move out Midwest. Probably either the Dakotas or Nebraska. That's probably a couple states I might be moving to. Just because mainly like those states, yeah, the winters are horrible. As of right now, the Dakotas is roughly -204. I think North Dakota is -4. But you're able to buy real estate for like 80 grand. A house for like 3 beds, 2 baths for like 80 grand in those states. And if I'm gonna buy that same type house in my state, you're looking at 500,000. I think my sister-in-law, I think her house is like 400 grand, and she's renting a room out just to probably help pay the bills and shit like that. But yeah, this whole situation's it's all spotty. hmm The question that I have, I'm really curious about, how is the ad rates would be like if I do end up being the YPP program, the CPM rates. Because like YouTube's still doing the double ads things, and that's not gonna stop anytime soon. I'm just curious of on how the pay would actually be with less channels in the program. It's probably gonna be low still. Who knows? But yeah. Hmm. Anything else to talk about? Hmm. I don't know. But I will tell you the time that I did pretty much quit. I almost quit YouTube a couple of times. Last year, 2020, I pretty much did quit YouTube. I didn't post like at all for like a year straight, and I was doing this demolition job at the time, which the demolition job was was okay to a certain extent. The pay was $12 an hour, and they didn't train you to do anything. It wasn't until winter came, and when winter started coming in like October, yeah, I actually quit in October. I was there for a couple months, but when winter came, it was no, it was a no go. You gotta freaking spray water in the freaking winter time for $12 an hour. No, that's a big no no for me. It was so. I mean, I'm not afraid of hard work, but at the same time, if I'm gonna do that in the age of we living in, and if I go to a hospital, I'm gonna get freaking tested for everything, more likely, for the virus or for something else. And the person that replaced me, I don't know how true this it is, but the person that replaced me actually got sick. Like people just that what they say. She just got sick, and because she got sick, that could have been me. And it just, I don't know. I mean, I do feel like companies could pay more, but companies won't. That's that's the biggest problem. Grow my hair again. I just might. I mean, I'm trying to get my GED so I could let this haul grow out again. It's gonna take maybe a year for me to get my GED because, uh, to be truthfully, I pretty much dropped out in eighth grade. Pretty much. I know that sounds bad. I know that sounds really bad. But eighth grade, I wasn't having fun in school. Ninth grade, changed schools. I rebounded my grades from 0.01. No, it was 0.0432 to like a 2.0 GPA. And the reasoning why I was doing good, like for one, I never was very good in a large class. And I was going to a school with smaller classes. And that's, of me personally, I feel like schools should do that in general. Like, I feel like we should have more like schools because it's hard for a teacher to teach 30 students. Because if one teacher is in charge of 30 students per class, those going to be kids that not going to understand that subject. Or let's say algebra. Like, that's the thing that I struggle the most with. That teacher can't take his or her time out to help that kid to actually learn and understand a hard concept like algebra. And I think the main reason why I kind of dropped out of eighth grade, because I wasn't having fun in school. Because like the school that I was going to is a school full of kids that didn't have much money in their families. So it's pretty much a ghetto school. And because of that, we didn't get proper funding. So in seventh grade, when I was in seventh grade, freaking, we didn't have enough textbooks. We were learning pre-algebra, and I went from honors class to failing in a matter of a year. And I went from test scores of 3 to test scores of 1 in math. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I was in special ed the whole time. But I wasn't special ed for math. I was in special ed for English. And the school I was going to, said I can't get help in math because I'm too smart. Even though I was failing algebra and I had higher test scores in English than I did math. And that that moment's like, in a way, I could blame the school system for failing me. That or just accept that I wasn't good in school and I could try and do better in my adult life and not be a victim because a lot of people could just rely on the whole victimhood mentality, which everybody goes through hardships. Everybody has things that they struggle with. And I struggled in school my whole life pretty much, but I do know if I actually put my time into it and actually try to learn things, I could do good in it. Just takes dedication. Just takes dedication. Oh, my hand is getting tired. I gotta I gotta buy a little freaking stand thing for my phone so I know how to freaking hold it this whole freaking time. Ah, so let's actually talk about my last employment. So I was at this grocery store and I was working there for 3 days. Our orientation was last Monday. I worked for 3 nights. Then I checked on Sunday and today to see if I'm on the schedule. Guess what? I'm not on the schedule at all. Neither is the 53-year-old guy that I started with. None of us was on the schedule. So I got in today since it is technically Monday, just to find out all the managers since not even in the store. It's like how am I supposed to find out what's going on if there's nobody I could talk to that actually knows anything? And that's why I feel like that's another reason why I feel like people are dropping out of the job markets because it's like no matter what, I feel like it's a lose lose situation with these jobs, and that's why I feel like a lot of people is just chasing the whole internet game. Either like I know people sell stuff on eBay, they drop shipping, they freaking sell a T-shirt, they selling something, freaking goes as bad as freaking OnlyFans. I mean, I heard a story that of this 18-year-old that just turned 18. I guess she started OnlyFans and she made like half a million in a month or a day or something crazy like that. Now I heard Bad Baby freaking what else for her name? Dr. Phil lady. I heard that she made bank for her first month of having OnlyFans too. And it's like freaking stuff like that. I just find this absolutely crazy to me. Guess it's like who is actually paying these women so much money? I ha, that's one thing I'm always curious about. Because according to Google, the average salary in America is 50 grand. But my whole adult life, I have not made more than 20 grand. I worked a year. So basically, I worked at UPS for about 2 years. The most I've ever made from that company is 17 grand. Construction at 12 bucks an hour, I made like 17 grand from doing that job, which is still nothing. Get And with construction, like a lot of them, they lay you off for the winter. You're only working through the summer. And if they pay you a bad wage like 12, then you're not really making it. And like earlier today, like me and my mom was just going over like the profit that grocery stores actually make. And we guessing the grocery stores probably making anywhere from $500 to $1,000 in profits per hour. And if a grocery store opens 24/7, let's say the profits even dip to $100 at nighttime. That's still way more than most people is able to do in an hour. Like I'm not over here talking about like socialists or because I'm not. I just want employers to pay a fair wage. That's all I basically want. Because like that or set up rent control, which a lot of people is not big cared about rent control, but there's just so much money in America that is just not trickle down to the average American. And I do feel like Americans should try to do our best to take care of our Americans. And maybe that's my problem because I feel like people nowadays just care about profits. That's why manufacturing gone away since the 70s. That's a hard job, but from my research, that's the reason why the middle class was so high, so good. But nowadays, I feel like the middle class is non-existent. I mean, you have people in California making six figures and can't rent. I mean, that's still California, but uh, last year I actually thought about going to Cali because they're paying people to pick up poop, human poop, for like 80 grand a year. And I looked at it like that sounds good. Then I looked at the rents in the area, and they were like freaking 2 to 3 grand a month. I was like, even a person making 80 grand, I can't rent in that area. So I didn't go because like I can't rent unless I get myself a car and sleep in my car and probably in the ghettos of freaking California just to wake up and clean up poop. I mean, I probably would have if I could rent, truthfully, but I can't. I can't do none of that. But yeah. Oh yeah, I got the eMove Roadrunner now. It came in a couple of days ago over the weekend. Um, I'm not going to be able to pull it out because of the snow, because of the weather, salt, ice, and I don't feel like wrecking it like I did with my eMove Cruiser. I actually wrecked that thing into a roadwork sign. So basically, like, I believe I told this story once before on the channel, but basically what happened was I was going full speed, trying to keep up with cars and all of that. Of course, I wasn't, but I ended up going down this little hill thing at 25, 30 miles per hour. And what happened was the city decided that they're just gonna put a roadwork sign like right in the freaking way. So I had to hit the brakes. So I hit one of my brakes. I end up sliding. So the wheel ended up like sliding like that way, and I end up running into the freaking roadwork sign with no safety gear at all. So I had freaking bruised foot, freaking bruised thigh, freaking bruised elbow. I had freaking road rash all up and down my body. I was lucky I didn't break my ankle. I was glad I didn't break it because if I did, I did. But I was glad I didn't do it. But yeah, still. But with even Roadrunner, they're saying that it has claimed speed of 35 miles per hour. This spring, probably anywhere from February to April, I'm gonna test it out, and I'm also gonna test out the range on the lowest speed. There was a trailhead nearby me where I could actually, um, probably a couple miles out, where I probably could jump on and ride it. I already made a video of the Cruiser and the Swag S5 Elite trash ass scooter. Me and my uncle ended up riding that trailhead till the Swag ended up dying, which it took like an hour of going as slow as possible. But Cruiser got to repair the Cruiser a little bit more because they have some like cheap stuff on that scooter, which I think it's kind of stupid for even having because that scooter was pretty expensive. But yeah, it was the key frap thing. So what it does that you're able to turn the voltmeter off and on, and it's supposed to lock up your scooter. Oopsie. So because of that, because I can't do that or turn it on and off, uh, I can't really do much about it, which is kind of shit. But it still drives. The battery is starting to die faster now because of it. But I'm kind of happy that the Roadrunner does not have that. I know that's one of the complaints some people have, but I feel like if you're gonna put the voltmeter on, you gotta do it correctly. You gotta freaking make sure that it does not freaking get broken. The key part gets broken too easy, because that's the downfall of the freaking cruiser. That and if you actually driving on the fastest mode, going 25 miles per hour, it tends to die pretty quick, faster than I thought. I mean, it probably at 25 on level 3, you're probably getting still probably 30 miles per charge, which is still decent compared to other scooters, but I don't know. I'm just gonna have to sit back and just see how my life is in a year or two. Like no matter what, like I just can't rush success in general. And at the same time, it's like how much is too successful? At the same time, like I don't want to be that celebrity that's getting chased around by crazy dudes and with cameras. That's another thing I don't want to happen. Like I'm perfectly okay just making decent money from YouTube because of the uploads I make. Like those this one guy I watch, he's pulling in 60 grand a month just from YouTube, 50, 60 grand depending on views a month, which I think is absolutely insane. Just to being able just to pull that amount, like people's yearly salaries. If he's probably pulling in someone that makes roughly $35 an hour at a full-time job in a month. Because at 25, I done the math, $25 an hour, 40 hours a week. That's roughly 48 grand. And that's roughly the same amount of wage as an artist that gets a million Spotify streams a month. Because that's how much Spotify pays out. Uh, which, if you actually think about a million streams, people think that's a lot, which it is, but the payment for that's not super good. Facts Tech. That's tech. Yeah, it's tech. Hmm. This is the longest live stream I've done in forever. It's freaking 38 minutes. I'm so glad that YouTube finally lets me do it again. Because like I said earlier in the stream, it's been couple couple years before YouTube allowed me to do this because they said I didn't have enough following base. Is it? I've been trying to I've been just telling stories pretty much in my viewpoints. Hmm. Should I talk about Spotify charts and my theory on it? So my theory with the whole Spotify charts and like the whole chart system in general, I have a theory that the labels actually is paying for streams. Because who actually listens to Adele? Who listens to like freaking like according to Spotify, Rihanna just as big as Kanye West. I mean, don't get me wrong, Rihanna is super attractive. But if we go into like fan base wise, I think Kanye West way more massive. Way more. Like with Rihanna, like she has some good decent songs. Some songs I kinda like. But at the same time, like the only selling point Rihanna really has is that she's unbelievably attractive. That's about it. I mean, That and I'm actually kind of like one thing that I don't understand about pop artists is that a lot of them feel the need to have plastic surgery. Like why do they feel the need to do that? Like a lot of dudes already find them freaking attractive. That's one of the main reasons. Yeah, Kanye is a big celebrity. I mean, all Rihanna's doing nowadays is I think she's just like selling makeup or some shit like that and wearing like weird clothes. I mean, to be completely honest with you, I think Rihanna would be making so much money if she just had an OnlyFans. Just imagine how much money Rihanna would actually be pulling. She probably be making way more off of her OnlyFans page than she would what she can already kind of doing. Like I mean, her whole career is just based off her looks. Like Shut Up and Drive, that music video is just her just selling sex appeal, just selling her body. I mean, it's a smart marketing strategy by the labels. At the same time, like they're trying to do that with Cardi B, and I'm like, no, no. Well, first off, like Cardi B does do numbers, but personality wise and all of that, no. And who else is charting? Is Olivia Rodrigo still charting? I mean, some of her songs are okay, it's decent, but I still don't comprehend how she's getting all these streams. I don't comprehend how Drake getting all these streams. Like off his newest album, like I listened to it and I was a big fan. Like I used to listen to like old Drake, like when he first came out, like when he just doing songs like Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne. I used to listen to that all the time. Like Moment for Life, that actually was a good song. But now it's like, who listens to Drake? Oh, he's gonna sing and rap about how he's just too sexy. What is that? What is too sexy in general? What else did he? I think he done a song with 21 Savage called like Life Talk or something like that. Like Drake's actually like from the hood, from the ghetto, when he's from Canada and from rich parents, stuff like that. Yeah, that's another thing I don't really understand about Drake is that he tries to be mainstream at the same time tries to be gangster, a mainstream gangster. I mean, I just don't understand like the entertainment industry music wise. Who else is charting right now? Hmm. I don't know. Oh, Dua Lipa. Who listens to her? I don't. I never heard of Dua Lipa until I actually looked at the Spotify charts and she's charting on Spotify. Like, who is she? I mean, I listen to Eva Max. She has a few good songs, but at the same time, like, I much rather listen to like freaking Katy Perry with Teenage Dream. Even though the song nowadays is kind of trash, I'm grown up with it. But like I like California, like I don't know the song that she did with Snoop Dogg. I feel like that's a better song than most of Eva Max's song. I feel like the whole like pop culture music wise is just trash. It like makes no sense to me at all. Like I would understand why Kanye West is would do numbers because he has like a solid fan base. I saw in real life. He thrown a free concert a couple years ago in my state and actually gone to it. I wish I would have filmed what I saw, but we got people freaking climbing buildings and shit like that to try to freaking look at Kanye West. And it's like, oh my, jeez. It was so freaking crazy, so insane. Uh, yeah. Speaking of Kanye West, my buddy actually has that Kanye West Stim player or something like that. Um, I don't know if he actually used it. I might actually see if he wants to come on my channel and do a review on it, and I could promote his channel on my channel. I might do that at some point. I haven't really talked to him in a while, for a few weeks. Um, Anything else? Hmm. I with the whole mainstream, I believe they're just trying to sell people an image, and like what, like like what I've been saying all along. It's like, how many fake streams does these people have? Like, I know they have like songs and playlists and stuff like that, but there's only limited time of people have, and why would someone spend like 3 minutes to listen to a song 100 times? I feel like most people don't do that. I don't do that. Unless the song's like super duper old, I probably like the rapper I probably listened to the most, like throughout my whole life, probably would be Florida. And he's a rapper that's big, but it's not huge. He's getting like a couple million plays a month, and he's not like super good like lyrically. I like him because I kind of grown up with him. He's not much older than me, but like at the same time, like I'm kind of like outgrowing him a little bit. I don't listen to music like I used to. Also, like ever since I started making music, like audio engineering the music, I kind of going away from it. Like Will Lattery, Wit Lattery. That rapper is probably like, in terms of like talent wise, it's where it's at. I mean, he's underground. Um, he talks about love quite often. He's kind of going away from it now, but for a little bit, he was kind of like the rapper version of Taylor Swift. But now he's talking about like those the song that he has got dead, and that song is pretty much just about him talking about when he was not a known rapper to what he is now. And he released a new song called Monster. And that song is good, it's decently good. I listened to it a couple of times. It's not my favorite. But his best song, in my opinion, is Dreaming with My Eyes Open. Because that song is freaking solid. It's off his first album. And any other rappers I listen to? I used to listen to Machine Gun Kelly all the time. Me and my buddy, we used to listen to this song called "Kiss the Sky," and that song has a special place in my heart, in my mind, because I'm probably not gonna see that guy again. He got he got hooked on hardcore drugs at a young age, teenage age, like like freaking legitimately in high school, and so apparently he had his girlfriend at the time pregnant. Then I guess she aborted the baby because he was on drugs or something happened. And I made a talk about this story on this upcoming album. I still might, next day, whatever we call it. Um, so pretty much the last time I saw him, he was doing meth. Mm. I'm not an expert on people that do meth, but he got schizophrenic. And he came over to my house one day, the place I'm staying at, and at first he was normal. Then we started walking to the park. Then he started speaking to himself. The crazy thing about it is that he was saying that people was like this someone, this being is gonna F him sideways. While I was listening to it, I was texting his sister at the time to send help because like me personally, like this was a couple years ago, and I never dealt with someone that's schizophrenic, so I like don't know what he was going on. So we got to talk about, and the whole time I was just texting his sister like, "Hey, send help." In our reality, I should have been talking to his stepmom because I was talking to her a little bit at the time also, but I didn't do it, and his sister just didn't give a flying f about him or the situation, and I was all like, I was thinking about my head like, how can someone be this messed up? Like, I know he probably did some messed up things to her or whatever, but at the same time, it's your freaking flesh and blood. And so, my buddy might end up going to a different state. We recording a song called Downfall. It's on Spotify and it's on the rest. The song, in my opinion, is not the greatest, but people listen to it the most. Especially in Netherlands. We got this guy in the Netherlands end up placing that song in freaking playlist, and he streamed it over 40 times or 30 40 times, or however much. I know I got 41 plays from that playlist, and it's his playlist, so I'm guessing 40 times, which I think is kind of crazy because I don't think I've never listened to a song that many times. I probably have roughly the song I probably listened to the most, probably roughly 30, maybe 30 times. I guess maybe 40 times at the very most, but not often. Not with too many songs. Huh. I guess we could talk about phone farming. So what a phone farm basically is that someone grabs like 10 phones and they use the phones to make money or to make fake streams, which a lot of people more likely is doing. Fake streams is when they just do fake streams. And what that actually does is actually damaging the people that doing it real, getting real streams. And that's in and if people doing that and it affects the whole profit margin big time. But Spotify's supposed to be putting into it. But at the same time, the major labels freaking own large percentage of Spotify. So I don't know if Spotify is gonna do anything to the labels. I'm actually really curious if rappers or artists that's single, if they actually could buy up the same amount of shares that the labels do, and see if they and see how things change. Because the biggest issue for most independent artists is the whole capital situation. I mean, I would love to build a company personally that would be more of a marketing company that would sign artists under the marketing side of it and do like 50-50 deals. Like you make the art, we market the art, and just do it that way because that's more fair. Because what labels do is that they freaking give an artist, let's say, $1 million. Then the government is going to take half of that. But the artist still has to pay that million back. And with the whole like streaming era, the whole streaming game, payouts is not as much as people think. I mean, an official stream for the ad-free version of Spotify is zero, and throw in five more zeros, then you get a five. For the paid streams, through the premium, you're looking at anywhere from 0.03 to 0.005. So half a penny, more likely half a penny. Like my stream rate across all of them, including the ads that YouTube plays, is 0.004, which that's a fourth of a penny, 40%. Not a lot of money bringing in, and like this whole internet game is just all about attention. That's all it's about. Impressions. And one thing that I know for a fact that labels can do is that they don't really know how to market for free. Because they buy followers, they buy phone farm streams. They freaking have deals with YouTube, so the channels get bigger. But they don't know how to do it like 100% organically, like how I'm doing it. Like this whole YouTube channel of mine, I'm doing it organically. Like nobody else is growing the channel but me and my fans, my subscribers. No. Hmm. I mean, I guess I could talk about my channel when it was at 2016, when I had like next to nobody watching my channel. So pretty much the main reason why I started this channel because I wanted a channel to document my dog at the time. His name was Rocky, and he was a Pitbull Lab mix. And I just wanted to shoot videos of him, pretty much. That was the whole idea of this channel. And it morphed into whatever I want to talk about channel. So I just talked about whatever was on my mind. And that led to what it is now. Which is kind of crazy to think about. Like, this channel is still not big. And I don't even want it to be that huge. I'm perfectly okay with just receiving a check from YouTube a month. Which that's roughly 100,000 views a month. Which is decent for me, but it is what it is. Ah, jeez. I've been talking for about an hour straight now. I don't know how our YouTubers can actually do it. Like, I know most people have, like, other people talking too, but what's the life of my battery on this phone? It's 58%, still doing solid. I'm a little surprised that's actually still at 58%. What I'm drinking is a V8 juice. Should I do a quick review of this? It's a V8 Splash Mango Peach. In my opinion, it's not the greatest. It's decent. Got a family size one. But I'm going to show you guys the liquor my stepdad gave me. I'm going to go grab it real quick. It's a Pucker Sour Apple. It's a 15% alcohol. And now this one, it doesn't really pack in a punch. It is flavor. It has a lot of flavor to it. I feel like sour apple flavor. Someone left me a comment. Live chat. Vurvli? What does that really mean? But yeah, back to the sour apple. This the second bottle I actually had. The first one when I believe I was 18, I bought one. Um. So yeah, it's only 15% alcohol, so it is slightly stronger than most beers, but not by a lot. And with the flavoring of it, I've been mixing it with Dr Pepper, which is good. You could take shots of it, still tastes good. With it being 15%, you're not gonna get shit faced drunk with it, which is nice because I hate being shit faced drunk. The last time I actually got shit faced drunk, I almost fallen on my ass. I was at my buddy's house, and I could have got myself hurt because I could have fallen in the fire pit that we were having. I think we ended up burning a guitar that night. At some point, don't ask why we did it, but we did. Because why not? Um, I don't. I think I might have told this story once before on this channel, but I'm gonna tell it anyways. So I got hurt. I got at UPS. So I had like 3 hernias from UPS because of heavy ass boxes and the freaking unbelievable workload. So over at UPS, Amazon's probably the same way. Is that they want you to hit numbers of like I think like 1,200 or 1,300 boxes to be unloaded in an hour, and the boxes come on all level of weights. So I got hurt. So while I was still hurt, healing, me and my buddies decided to go to the cemetery. So of course, this cemetery is in the Ritchie neighborhoods, and they actually had like actual security. So so I had to climb this building while I'm still healing from hernia. So I climbed this building because I had to because you might get caught. So I did that. So right when we felt like the security was not looking at us, we were climbing down. And of course, I'm still hurt, still healing. So they had to help me come down. Now, as I was coming down, the security guy said, "Hold, hold." So it actually stopped all of us. And we were like, "What did he say?" And my other buddy was all like, "He said hold." And there was me like, "I think we gotta get out of here, guys." So we ended up freaking running, full sprinting out of the cemetery. My buddy ended up falling on his ass, and I ended up uh, picking him up a little bit, like, "Come on, dude, let's go." So we ended up running into this hotel. And at this moment in time, I was kind of mad at my buddies because it's like, you guys put me in a situation where I could have got hurt worse, but I didn't. So I ended up running to this hotel. All of us did, and I ended up just Ubering out of it because it's like, I don't know. I just had to go, just in case cops actually got caught, so I would not be there to get caught. But yeah, crazy friends. Um, hmm. Anything else to talk about? I don't know. I've been live streaming for over an hour. Any more comments? Live chat. All I want for you to be successful and grow your hair out long again once a day. Yeah, no more comments, huh? I'm probably gonna end this live stream because I don't know what else to talk about. What about this new person that just came in? Anything to talk about? Yeah, Susan Wapperjack, right? But anyways, deuces. Anyways, Susan